we're good to go with Super Ghouls and Ghosts with NME.
Woo! Woo! They're good to go. All right, so this is Super Ghouls and Ghosts Choma Kaimura for the Japanese version. I'm NME. Let's get couch roll call real quick. We got Dagger in the man of the hour right here. He's a beast at this game. He could easily pick up the controller and take over. We got L-Rock617 holding it down. Cypher in over here. He's going to be taking over halfway through. And then smittysmop hanging out on the couch. And we're going to get in this run straight away. We're looking for the dagger. If we don't get the dagger, we might have to reset. And by might, I mean definitely. Otherwise, there's no guarantee we're going to see the dagger, and we're just going to murder the estimate terribly. It's going to be a sight to see. So we're going to get the dagger, and we're going to be loving life. And then we're going to worry about RNG later. So that preamble out of the way, let's go. So time starts when I gain control, but it's going to be weird, especially if I don't get the dagger. So we'll just kind of start time once you see the start screen. I'll kind of say, OK, go ahead, start. So I'll try to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, but it'll be a little bit fake. OK, so not yet. You're not yet. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! We want dagger.
Yeah! That's the dagger, baby. Let's go. All right. So that is a one-frame cycling trick. Not really a trick, but it's a one-frame window that cycles through, and the dagger is just the god weapon of the game for sure. I mean, the torch is pretty great, but the dagger is just so useful, has high rate of fire, has great magic. When we come up on that later, we won't see that till stage 2, but I mean, it's the weapon in this game. Whoa, not early! Oh, RNG begins early.
Yeah, this game is mean.
Comfy, easy to wear.
Yeah, this stage is pretty bad on the luck side of things. Wolves can give you a really early jump and just completely anti-air you. And if you don't know about this game or this series, your jumps, once you dedicate to a jump, you have to basically do the jump. You can't stop the forward momentum of the jump unless you double jump.
Very, very committed. But even your double jump is like still committed.
Yeah.
You've done it. Once the double jump happens, like you're going where you're going, and that's that.
So I'm gonna not take a death here, just go through naked. It should be okay. It's not okay, or I can jump into that rosebud and we'll get the armor back.
It's okay.
Like I said, I wanted my armor back, so.
This game is really mean.
That was just a messed up jump. I can't even blame the game on that. Well, there will be times when you can play the game, but not yet. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
Deep breaths. Hey, we didn't, okay, that's cool. There was a rosebud not there.
Yeah, so he's kind of in a little bit of a compromised position here. He can't really go fast, just because normally when you go through this section quickly, you have upgraded armor, and yeah, the upgraded dagger does quite a bit of damage.
That stuck around a minute. Here we have the cockatrice. Just impaling with daggers.
The cockatrice has quite a weird hitbox.
No, he went forward.
Yeah, the cockatrice, when she extends the neck, it expands the hitbox, and it actually can be pretty hard to dodge. The foot can also be a hitbox, as I've understood it anyway.
Why do I keep jumping into that, dude? What is my problem today? All right.
It's okay, you got this. You got this. Yeah, so, this is... you can see how quickly things can go real bad.
It wasn't supposed to go bad in the first stage. You know, there's plenty of time for everything to go sideways. We didn't have to put it all on this first one. We got to see the stage again and everything. All right.
At least we have dagger.
This is punishment for hitting dagger first.
Probably.
Apparently.
There you go.
This is a neutral jump. Because now I'm afraid. There we go.
Nice,
all right.
yeah.
First try. Nice catch.
Nice catch. Nice catch. Okay, so you might. So if you've ever seen a speed run of this game, you notice that we tend to do the first jump, and that's because for whatever reason, you save a few frames for every time you do this jump.
It's 12% faster to do your single jump instead of walking.
Or the double jump.
Yeah, no, the double jump is the same speed as walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and enemy wants to try and get through this section as quickly as he can because you can see these ghosts keep spawning, and the more they keep spawning, the more they lag this section of the game. That damage boost was intentional.
Yes.
Also, that waiting on the first jump there was also very important, as it looks like he's going to set up a pretty important use of chest. I don't even know what to call it.
Chest manipulation. We're going to spawn later on. We're going to spawn some chests out of order. So that way we can get up the full armor.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be that there was a way you could actually double jump and clip up onto the upper part of that ship where he took the damage boost, but it's very precise.
Yeah, it's a sub-pixel jump.
Yeah. It's pretty precise, and
Baby rage! Babies! Baby rage! Baby rage.
yeah, so
Also, good news, I didn't die when I did that. That was
That's quality.
nothing
That
like
was-
dying while memeing at AGDQ.
yeah.
Get your armor back. Very good.
As what you might think that the chests are actually random, but the drops actually are set. Like what determines it is, what order you spawn the chest and what armor you actually are holding or wearing when you open the chest. So like, let's
No.
see. Oh yeah,
No.
yeah, no, you don't want that weapon. But getting back to the topic of the chest, let's say you open the second chest while you're still wearing the basic armor, it's always going to be the bronze armor. But say if you are wearing the bronze armor and you open the third chest you spawn, that will always contain the gold armor. And so we take advantage of this knowledge when we do our chest manipulation, which is exactly what enemy is going to be doing later on in the level. And it can be a little risky doing this particular one. You could potentially die doing it if you overshoot your double jump. But I'm pretty sure enemy is very much experienced enough to not let that happen.
We've had no problems with jumps so far, so everything's
Zero.
cool.
Everything's been very smooth.
All right, let's go a little quiet just to make sure I don't be too stupid here. All right, so we're gonna go up and then down and up once more, and then we're going to jump to the left. So we spawn a chest on the right, and there it is. Okay, so now we're in good shape. We get our green armor, and we stare at the face of death, and death blinks, and there's our gold. So now
Yeah,
we're loving life. And the rest of this stage is pretty boring, so if we have any donations, now would be a wonderful time.
All right, we have a $10 donation from the Game Freak.
Puns.
Yeah. what makes you say that? So you know the Arthur of this comment. The scythe of this donation doesn't matter. Bo knows Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Ask anyone who's watched you grind this game. Beat Sardius so bad he needs an ambulance. And dagger pun. Dagger pun.
We got Dagrin right on the couch.
Yeah.
We gotta.
This donation is a trap devised by Purin Purin.
Thank you very much, Game Freak.
All right, so we're coming up to the boss of this level, and I guess he's a barnacle monster.
Yeah, it's some
Yeah, and you do not want to die on this fight. 'cause
Coral.
if you
Coral.
Coral.
Coral, I'm sorry. Coral.
Yeah, if you die on this fight, you have to start the entire auto-scroller all over again. And as you clearly saw, it's very long. So you don't want to die there.
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great fight.
Yeah, that fight is
Nice catch.
nice catch. Yeah, that's why getting gold armor for Dagger is pretty key in that
Yeah,
auto-scroller.
absolutely.
All right, so coming up now is, at least in my opinion, the hardest stage for
It's
Dagger.
certainly up there. These
one of
imps
the-
are like crazy RNG, and later on the bats and the ghouls or ghosts or goblins or whatever they are. The goblins, they're crazy RNG. I'm gonna try to lose my shield here. There we go. The shield causes lag. Dagger, why don't you talk about how the shield causes lag?
Yeah, so I guess the shield kind of like works like an extra enemy on screen.
Yep, exactly.
It's like an extra sprite, and so you ideally want to get rid of the shield. And that goes the same for the upgraded shield, which is a blue shield.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little risky. Those imps, how they actually work in their AI is that once you're kind of like aligned directly above, below, or like directly to the side of them, they'll like to beeline charge.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, that's
Dude, the plunge.
I cannot believe you went for that. Yeah, the imps like to just completely charge at you, and even with a shield, sometimes they can get right through it and then hit you. So they like to cheat in that way. It's pretty cruel. That particular enemy that enemy used the magic on, that was the Aramer, and they are a particularly nasty enemy in this game. They like to hang around. They like to sometimes shoot something at you from way off the side of the screen, you know, just to keep you on your toes.
Okay, so we are in Bat Country right now.
Yeah.
We can't stop. It is a disaster of RNG, one of many in this game. They can drop weapons that we don't want. Hello. They can spawn in areas we can't hit them with the dagger, which is probably one of the things Dagron was talking about when he said that earlier. And then we have all of these gargoyles that I had to kill along the way. Typically, there's only 3 bats that can spawn on screen at a time, but I've seen as many as 7. And when you get 7, the game is a slideshow.
Yeah, so this is the section here that really kind of makes me scared when I play with Dagger. These goblins, I mean, particularly this next tower here.
Yeah, this is the waterfall. This is the goblin waterfall because they're just going to drop on my head, and I will do my best to kill them, but maybe we'll get good RNG, but probably not.
Yeah, as you go down this slope, they get, oh, God.
Nice. All right, good RNG.
Yeah.
I'll take that, man. As long as one doesn't drop on your head right at the very end and kill you, everything's okay in my book.
As you go down that tower, it's harder to see where they spawn, too. Also, here's a nice little
Hardest boss
quick
in the
kill.
game, right there.
Good stuff.
Nice
Yeah.
catch.
Nice catch.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No,
kill
good Rob.
I pressed up, I swear.
All right, so here's a level that just, this messes up pretty much any runner. It does not matter how good their skill level is. You can just
Okay. All
get
right.
screwed real bad. You see
Nice.
these blue ghosts that just spawn inside the wall? They can sometimes give you a pattern where they will move right on top of you as you're coming out of these bone cages.
Yeah, just inescapable hitbox. It's really cheap. Extra deep.
And, nice. Yeah, pretty risky jump there, but the hitbox of those spikes can be pretty misleading. You can be a little inside of it visually, but its actual hitbox is a little more deeply ingrained in the spike itself.
I'm going to play this safe. Just not go for that. Oh, he shot up. That's great. We don't even have to wait for it now.
Right, so now that he's about to finish this section here, actually, hold on.
Wait for the worst enemy in the game,
Yeah, this guy.
which is really rare. Okay, we're cool. Everything's good.
Just walks through the wall at you.
yeah.
Motion sickness warning on this stage, by the
Yeah,
way.
the worst.
Yeah, that particular enemy, sometimes he likes to go horizontally, side to side like that, instead of going up and down like that. And if he does the side to side, you're in for a world of hurt.
On this platform here, you're going to see enemy move back and forth quite a bit to manipulate these steam blasts to trigger before it would cause a hitbox to spawn on him, like so. Very important to do here.
Yeah, we're trying to despawn these blueberries, too. That's why you see me going back and forth, because if you see them just barely on the edge of the screen and you take them off the screen, then they go away. Like, here's one right there, and now it's gone. So we just have to worry about this steam here. The steam can last a variable amount of time. On the first loop, it's not too bad. On the second loop, it can be a little gnarly. And if you play on pro mode, it can last an amount of time that you cannot avoid. So pro mode, real fun.
All right, so after the end of this stretch is going to be the Hydra fight. If you want a candidate for one of the laggiest fights in the game, this fight is up there.
The boss is made up of like 24 sprites or something like that, and the game can handle like 6 on screen. So,
Yeah.
including Arthur and all of his armor sprites.
It's also, this boss is also kind of interesting in that
Good head
if
pattern.
the heads like
There we
start
go.
overlapping, yeah, if the heads of the Hydra start overlapping
Nice
each
catch.
other, you actually do more damage. So it's kind of a luck sort of fight in that manner.
Best music in the game right
Oh,
now.
it's
Yeah, hell yeah.
phenomenal piece of music.
So, cross your fingers. Hope Godflower doesn't
No bad
ruin your
luck.
day.
Hey, no bad luck, flower.
No
All
bad
right.
luck.
Nice. Yeah, so if you don't actually awaken the Godflower, you are always going to have a good pattern with the Godflower. Because you see he's sleeping there. Now he's waking up.
Ooh. So because I don't have the shield, my magic charge is slower, so that move right there was perhaps a little iffy. The flower that I stood next to could have shot me, but I was feeling fairly confident with it.
Yeah.
It was good use of iframes for sure.
Yeah, and I guess that's something I haven't specified with the shields. So we mentioned how the shield is a detriment in terms of the lag it causes, but one benefit it does carry is with each with the standard shield, you charge magic a little faster. With the blue shield, it's almost instantaneous charge. Also, this section's pretty awful.
Thanks, RNG.
Random spawns.
These guys are invincible from the front. They're pretty awful to deal with. Nice
Good, yeah.
flip on the armor there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so now, because I don't have my shield, I want it for the rest of the bosses. So we're gonna work to get our shield back in the stage. So there's our first chest. We want the second chest, though. That's gonna give us our shield when we have gold armor. Oh, and we got a good pattern from the woo.
Nice.
Someone type blessed RNG in chat. All right.
All right.
Shield
Neat.
acquired.
Got the shield. And yeah, you can jump over these avalanches. They're a stage hazard. What they like to do is they like to grab you and then just drag you off the stage, which basically means you take a hit to the spike or something like that. Thankfully now he's past it all and he's about to face the boss.
Oh no! Yep.
That's
Rude.
That's a bad pattern.
We got him though.
Nice.
All right,
Very rude
alternate
video
stats
game.
here on. So the
Nice
notes
game.
I made for the Spanish restream are gonna come in handy. So we're gonna do a deboost pattern, and we're gonna fight Astaroth naked, as God intended. So first things first, we gotta kite this guy and hope he cooperates. He did.
Nice.
What a fella. All right, we're gonna jump up here, and this buddy right here, our axe armor, he's gonna boost us up, and that skips the majority of the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, and normally there's an armor there, but because the first two armors have
Right.
already spawned, the third one just doesn't spawn because you can only have two armors on screen. That's just that's the limitation the developers decide to put on the armors.
And God bless him for it.
Yeah. So speaking of pretty nasty fights, this fight can be pretty nasty. The laser and the fire, their
There.
pattern is where he shoots the fire and where he shoots the laser is basically homing in on your position. Like he chooses where you're currently staying, and then he fires the laser or the fire in that direction.
And so because I don't have my gold armor here, we are going out of our way to get it back. So I spawned that first chest. Normally don't worry about that on the first loop. And we're gonna bar this platform real quick, take care of this cockatrice head. Oh, just in case. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good call. I would have died.
Yeah, it's
All right.
the imps are bad enough, but then of course sometimes they have to throw them inside the wall where you can't actually hit them.
Yeah, if you have the upgraded daggers, it has a piercing quality that will go through walls. But since I have poverty daggers, I am stuck waiting for them to make themselves available.
There we go.
Thankfully, he's going to get it very shortly here.
Neat.
Now let's,
There you go.
Let's come say hi to our boy. And
There
bye.
he goes. All right, so what patterns do these guys give us? Okay, that's, I mean, yeah, you do a little bit of lag trying to do that magic spell
nice.
there, but
All
it is the safest option when dealing with them.
I just got so fed up with them tag teaming me that I just, like, last thing you want to do is when you're on stage 7, even on the first loop, is to throw a runaway because you're trying to eke out that extra tenth of a second. Like, at world record level, if you're Malcolm, yeah, absolutely. If you're me, you know, I'll just take the run. You know, I'll lose a second, but it'll be cool.
Okay, so there's a nice little interesting thing about Astaroth.
There goes Astaroth.
Yeah, there goes Astaroth. If you actually duck at the feet of this
Oh,
particular
nice.
boss, okay,
pass.
so yeah,
We got him locked up.
we
Nice.
Yeah, keep going to the right, buddy. Everything's great over there. Yeah, all right.
So Nebiroth kind of got glitched there, and he kind of got stuck. I guess like a part of him went out of bounds, and he just got stuck there.
And of course, you talk too much.
You never shut up.
I said you talk too much.
Homeboy, you never shut up.
So this is Print telling us we don't have the proper weapon to beat the final boss and rescue her, but she thanks us for coming. So now is a wonderful time for any donations.
All right. We have a $100 donation from Pedro. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is the first game I owned, and it took me 19 years to beat. Ooh, way to show me up, guys. Good luck on the run.
It's a pretty
Thank you,
hard
Pedro. You can go another. Yeah.
All right, we have $25 from Delete Option.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Hello, NME. It is I, Delete Option, the guy who is good at Monopoly.
He is.
I am glad to catch your run, as you are one of my favorite runners.
Oh, thank you so much.
I hope you end up with a nice time.
Me
also
too.
glad to see Super Ghouls and Ghosts in a GDQ. Please put this towards runner's choice.
Right on.
Here we go.
And that is the CB3 setup block game.
So if you know the gist with this series, you have to do it again. You beat it once, but you got to do it again. It's tradition. The second loop of this stage is arguably one of the hardest.
Absolutely. The RNG is crazy. The caskets can spawn way more often up into the air. The zombies can be fast movers a lot more frequently. Why didn't you move? Oh, or they can be slow movers, apparently. Oh, also these skulls can come out at a ridiculous rate of speed. So this is all hoping and praying right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We made it.
Yeah, just don't die to the waterfall. You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Nope, I'm waiting. I nipped that corner.
That's a smart move. Yeah, so as long as you stand on the stone slabs, the waterfall won't actually kill you.
Ah, we meet again.
Don't jump in that one part.
Now watch this. Watch this strat. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Neutral jumps everybody.
Beautiful.
High level play. What?
No.
What?
Oh.
I disagree with that.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts, ladies and gentlemen.
I very much disagree.
Yeah, there are enemies who sometimes you attack them and they say, nah, I'm not feeling it. And he was kind of in his sprite transition, so he didn't take the damage that I was expecting from those shots. We need 3 daggers to kill these guys. 3? Yeah, 3. Unless one's charged, I think we might be able to do it too. Since we have the power 2 daggers. Hey, great, everything died this time. Would be that stage 1 would give me the most grief so far.
And 5 was ultra smooth.
Yeah, I know. 5 is usually the Widowmaker for me, but so far so good. And 5. 1 down, 1 to go.
So yeah, we've all pretty much gone through the gist of this fight. We don't really need to explain it, so.
Yeah, just mash them down, that's it. Whether you have upgraded or poverty daggers. And
Nice catch.
So I believe on second loop, the ghosts spawn faster and the blades swing faster.
yes, absolutely.
So it's even more critical to try and get through this part of the level as soon as possible. And yes, assuming enemy is gonna do what I think he's gonna do, he's gonna do the damage boost again.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I just love that you can be so brazen as to take intentional damage in a game like this.
Yeah.
it kind of fills you with confidence. Now, having said that, I'll probably immediately screw up, but, you know, you live by the damage boost, you die by the damage boost.
Right.
Yeah. It's the risk you take.
Gotta go fast, man.
Yeah, you gotta go fast. Yeah, so I mean, we
Donation. You know, hit us hard, hit us fast.
Oh.
We got plenty of time.
All right. Well, that's good because here's a long one.
Awesome.
We have $50 from T Murdoch.
Nice.
Thanks for the cool runs and good luck at Super Ghouls and Ghosts, NME. Don't forget the bracelet in 2-7.
That's actually why I'm on commentary.
That's why Cypher's here.
That's why I'm
He's
here.
bracelet patrol.
I've got one job. And one job to do.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but if you look at NME, you can see that his statement is not true. See, normally NME would have a 50-50 shot of beating this game, but he's a speedrunning freak, so that gives NME a 75% chance of beating Super Ghouls and Ghosts without issues. See, there are 2 loops of Super Ghouls and Ghosts, so with NME's natural charisma, it gives the game only 33.33% chance of winning across both loops. So you take NME's 75% chance of beating Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and then that is 66 2/3 chance of beating both loops. That means you got a 141 and a 30% chance of dominating Super Ghouls and Ghosts. The numbers don't lie. They spell disaster for Super Ghouls and Ghosts at AGDQ.
Oh my God, amazing, amazing. Hall of Fame donation. That was Steiner math, everybody, if you're not up on the whole wrestling thing.
Yeah, so one of the donations mentioned about the Goddess Bracelet. If you actually don't grab Goddess Bracelet and defeat Astaroth Neburoth on Loop 2, I believe it sends you back to the...
Stage 6.
Stage 6,
Yeah.
beginning of Stage 6. So we can at least take solace in the fact that the developers aren't sadistic enough to make you do the entire thing again. So...
All right, here we go. I'll be a little quiet for a second. Once again, we're gonna get to the side. We're gonna go up, and then down, and then back up, head over, chop, jump, and that'll trigger it. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
And we can probably do some more donations if you have any.
All right, we have a $5 donation from Lord of Crabs. Hey GDQ, longtime watcher, second time donating. I usually do Dungeons and Dragons streams for charity. Extra $5 donated if the runners were couch can tell me some Dungeons and Dragons interesting facts or lore.
I think in the 4th book, Magic Missile became free to cast. I think in the 4th edition. So obviously I'm really up on D&D. I called it the 4th book. I swear I played D&D, just not often enough.
I watched the old 80s cartoon. That's about as good as I got with D&D.
Yeah.
What are the 80s?
Mythical time.
Same kill here as on the first loop. All the bosses except for the stage 7 boss are exactly the same. It's the stages that change. Got him.
Very nice.
Nice
I know,
catch.
I know it looks effortless, that kill, but it can't be stressed enough. You really have to execute on that fight, because if you do die, you literally do start the whole auto-scroller again.
You can't die on stage 2. And now that we have passed that hurdle, I am somewhat relieved. Don't worry, there's plenty more to go that can go wrong, but dying on 2 would be an utter disaster.
Yeah.
We just died on 1 47 times to make up for it. Okay.
So these Woo Bears on second loop have a longer reach with the Fine Breath, which...
You know what? They're not called woos.
They're not called woos.
They're called grillions.
Yeah.
Because they shoot fire, so they're grilling you. That's true. I didn't make that up. I know that sounds like a terrible pun, but honest to God, they're called grillions.
Oh, my mistake. Grill.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
The Woo Bears do.
We gotta respect the lore,
You have to
Dagrid.
respect the lore.
Always.
All right, you going for that?
Going the
jump
crazy
again?
jump?
Yeah, but I'm gonna hopefully time it better. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The clinch.
Even the non-scary jumps can be a little scary at times.
Everything in this game's scary. Don't be fooled.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so
Okay.
much randomness, and these bats in
Speaking of,
particular-
let's get
yeah.
some Bless RNG going in chat, because, I mean, we had a pretty safe ride through Loop 1, but I feel like Loop 2 is going to give us the business.
Yeah, and especially with the dive bombing caveman goblins, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
They spawn in much greater numbers, so it becomes very, very difficult to not take a hit, especially on the last tower. Nice spawn.
Yeah, I know. They're already starting.
Yeah. That being said, though, taking a hit is actually surprisingly not the worst thing that can happen in this game. The worst thing that can happen is getting the wrong weapon. Wow!
Okay.
That's a little close.
Yeah, and now we just have to deal with the goblins, so, you know, no big deal. Okay, cool.
Only 2.
All right, Niagara Falls, ladies and gentlemen. This is just like the waterfall, except a lot worse. A lot more goblins, and probably a nastier point, so let's hope for the best.
Come on. Less RNG.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good. Wow.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
All right.
Applause for God RNG. Heck yeah.
I'm passing off some of that. Good luck to you after that. Huh?
Yeah,
Run.
heck yeah. You. Holding up. All right.
There
Nice
you go.
catch.
All right. One of the RNG nightmare stages down here on loop 2. No, okay. All right, he went to the side. Okay, no, he's cool. He's cool because he's going to come up and catch a dagger to the face, so we're good.
Yeah, that particular bone cage is the real.
It's the
danger.
worst, yeah.
That's the worst part. So now enemy just has to clutch things out with the rest of the level.
Oh my goodness, I thought I shorted it.
Yeah.
So if you short that jump there, then you lose armor.
Oh, good.
I thought you jumped too high there.
Yeah, you know, I may have I may have seen this once or 2,000 times. So, I have a decent sense of what I can get away with. Oh, nice. We
Wow.
did it again. There's a really cool kill. That's my favorite kill in the game on that bone pillar when you get off the rotating platform. But my muscle memory has just been garbage for it lately, so I opted against it for the marathon. And we got a good clean pass through there. That's the rarest enemy, but when he hits you, that's it. You're done. There's no recourse. You just die. And here again, we can take some donations if you have any.
All right, we have a $500 donation
Oh.
from Lawson.
Thank you so much.
They say, why not add another 500 to my donations so far? Looking forward to seeing Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Nice.
That's a great attitude. Everybody should add $500 to their donation so far. If you can, if you're able.
We have a $10 donation from Dan. Hey, enemy, keep fighting the good fight. Good luck from your Crescendo boys.
Oh, Danny. Thank you, Dan.
Also,
Okay. Go ahead, you're fine.
also save the frames. We have $200 from Joka.
Nice.
This
Joka.
game is great. Hi, enemy. I'll
Hi,
donate
Joka.
another $5 if you beat my super awesome 41-minute PB.
Looking iffy after those stage ones, but we'll do my best. Okay. Hydra again. Hydrate again.
Yeah, so in this particular fight, like if it goes on for too long, if it goes on for too long, eventually you'll see like miniature semblances of themselves.
Would you say, Dagger, that was the longest time it's taken for anyone with upgraded daggers to beat that boss? That was forever. Man, he was not cooperative.
Bad head grouping.
But we had a nice catch, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, we want to kill this woo. This one's a woo. The icy ones are woo. I don't know. We want to get up here. Okay. All right. More blessed RNGs, please, because if that guy shoots me out of the air, there's nothing I can do about it. Hey, shut up. All right.
The song on this stage is fantastic.
All right, cool. It's night and day when you charge magic without the shield, the lack of lag. It's so nice. I mean, it's slower to charge, but you have way less lag, and it's definitely beneficial. We'll probably take a donation in this part.
All right. We have a $50 donation from Sam I Am.
Hey, Sammy.
It's great to see Super Ghouls and Ghosts at GDQ. Good luck on the run, enemy.
Thank you so much, Sam. Sam, the United States champion of this game. Passed me by a couple seconds.
We have a $25 donation from Silver Moon.
Nice.
Go, enemy. Beat those ghouls and those ghosts.
I don't think there's actually anything called a ghoul in this game. There are zombies. I think that's the closest thing. There are ghosts, obviously. We saw that. And there are definitely goblins. So, I don't know. Questionable naming convention. Although we're playing the Japanese version, so it's something like Devil Village or Super Devil Village or something like that. All right, so once again, we are spawning chests to get our shield back. We are hoping for a better pattern this time from this boss. He was very rude last time. That was a very rare pattern he gave us, so hopefully he's got it out of his system and we can have good things happen this time around. You never know. That's the thing about this game, you never know.
Yeah. There is so many ways to get completely screwed on patterns.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful. And hopefully this guy treats the enemy better this time around.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. So now you get to see stage 6, all of stage 6 this time,
Yeah.
because enemy's going to want to hold on to this gold armor. And that should be pretty easy because, well, the dagger magic makes very quick work of pretty much the biggest threats of this level, which is these armors.
Yep. This is the shortest stage in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it both ways, so.
Yeah.
What a treat. Watch this hitbox. Check this out. See ya. Oh, he's glitching the game. This is a cheap run. I didn't invent hitboxes. Take it up with Professor F. He's the main Capcom mind behind this series, and he is the best and the worst simultaneously.
And so I believe I didn't quite finish my explanation last time, but the interesting thing about the Astaroth fight is that if you crouch like near near him, you will actually stop all of his movement. So you can actually somewhat manipulate his movement in that regard. Oof. I don't even know how that missed that imp, but.
All right, my time has come to shine. Enemy, remember the bracelet, please.
Thank you. I had remembered it, but thank you so much. Cyprin, everybody. Give it up for Cyprin. Woo!
So, I guess I haven't really explained the goddess bracelet. So, the goddess bracelet is the kind of weapon where you do more damage with it the closer you are to the target. With gold armor, you can actually get rid of projectiles, as you can see there. So that's a nice little feature. But to do the most optimal damage with the goddess bracelet, you really have to get really close to your target, and that can be a little scary. Although if you play it safe, it's really the Astaroth Neburoth fight. The only true threat of the fight becomes the Astaroth refight, just because of the
Traditionally, when I miss that jump, things go really poorly in this fight. So, yeah, okay, off to a great start.
Yeah, so he's baiting the flame breath. He's baiting the flame breath's trajectory so that he can get closer shots, which is the smart way to play it. Astaroth being a little bit of a troll here.
I'm gonna play this like I'm naked right now.
Oh, yeah, the troublesome thing with this boss fight is that it can be pretty hard to approach him when you don't know what direction the fire's gonna fire.
Oh, he's giving me a pattern and I'm missing it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to save the gold armor for this fight because now I can clear. Oh, hi. Yeah, hang out, buddy. All right. Sometimes he'll stop if you attack him in the right way, and he'll just hang out and let you attack him without doing anything, which is wonderful.
Yeah, Neburoth has pretty much a set standard sort of attack pattern. He always shoots fire the same on the same angle.
Yeah, we were trying to kite that for the first fight, the Astaroth fight. But for Neberoth, since he shoots at the same angle, it's a lot more predictable fight.
Nice.
There we go. All right. I didn't die on 2-7. That's the hardest fight in the game by far. All right, so this is our final boss. Don't soft lock. I actually didn't soft lock, I hard locked. The game froze. All right, come on, good pattern. Fast, medium, we're good. Slow. Ah! Let's do it.
Oh.
Let's do it. Spike flicker be damned. Let's go. Oh, I gotta get down. Okay. He gave me 2 fast patterns, but he went too fast for that second pattern, so we're gonna probably need a third. Yep, we need one more hit. One more hit. We're gonna hang out right here. Give me a pattern. Give me a slow pattern.
And there is a way to get up there with the slow pattern.
There is,
but very tricky.
Yeah, you have to like guess which direction the lasers are gonna shoot, and it's, you know what? We're sliding into home plate right now. Okay, so we just need like 1 or 2 more hits and we're done. So there we go. We're gonna jump up here, and time will stop when I lose control. There it is. That's the last hit. We're gonna crouch down. I don't know what that is.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, and once you see him get up, that's time. There it is.
Oh!
What's up?
Literally on it.
Nailed it!
Literally almost on it.
I told you I had to take those deaths in stage 1 to make it competitive, you know?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here on the couch and everyone hanging out, supporting me. Oh, look at the backup couch. Look at it. Bless y'all. You're all amazing. Thanks for everyone who donated. If we have any more donations, we have a little fun scene at the end here, so we can sneak in 1 or 2 more maybe.
All right. We have $5 from Retro Franco. NME suplex the Super Ghouls and Ghosts and put the game in the camel clutch and made the Ghouls and Ghosts tap out. NME number 1.
Number 1.
GDQ number 1.
Number 1.
Hulk Hogan.
Hawk Tui.
So
We have time for probably like 1 more. The cutscene is fun here. There's something that Arthur is incapable of doing that you may not pick up on just yet, but it will make itself apparent shortly.
All right, we have $250 donation
Nice.
from Spoonie. Happy to donate to this cause as much as I can. As a current fighter, I just want to say thanks to all the runners and organizers, and especially all the donators.
Thank you.
You all are amazing. Money goes to Castlevania 3 because we always need more Castlevania.
Absolutely. Thank you for the donation. All right, we got the ghost, we have the mimic chest here, and then after the mimic chest is the main event. So Arthur's, you're just showing, just because some of the enemies highlight. They don't show all of them, so we only know what some of the names of the enemies are if you just play this game. But yeah, Arthur's just gonna make his way through stage 5. No problem here. Let's see what happens.
Oh.
What? It's the end of the game. Why did he die? So the deal is, the game is basically playing back kind of like a TAS file. It's kind of playing back inputs here. And I changed my inputs on the controller so I can mash easier. And consequently, Arthur can't jump because he thinks the B button is jump. And now it's just attack. So he's just attacking twice as much. So he goes over the cliff, and then we kill the amazing fanfare music at the end of the game, unfortunately. It's so good. But
it's one downfall with changing
yeah,
your attack.
but that's it. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show off. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching.
All right, speaking of which, we are now up to $14,850.26 out of $20,000 for the bonus run of Castlevania 3. We definitely need more Castlevania. Everyone here wants more Castlevania. Everyone scream as much as you want for more Castlevania. Come on. More Castlevania, more of it! Speaking of which, we have a $150 donation from MT89. Such fond memories of Castlevania 3 as a kid. This bonus run needs to happen. And we have a $50 donation from Watch Castlevania, Please, which is a good name. They say, help, I'm poor. I can't make it happen on my own. We have a $250 donation from Corporea. It says, I need more Castlevania. That's right. We have a $100 donation from Crit Rocket. It says, best of luck to all the runners. Go fast, beat cancer. And with that, we're going to actually have an interview with the Prevent Cancer Foundation, with Jhobz and various Prevent Cancer Foundation representatives. So let's go, Jhobz.
Thank you, LLK. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Rick from the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you for being here, Rick, first of all.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to go ahead and start off with asking, what do you do for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, just to let everyone at home know?
So when you all donate funds to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, they put out grants. And I am one of the people that submitted a grant with actually the Radiological Society of North America, actually one of the largest, if not the largest, radiological organization, society in the world. And we basically submitted a grant around lung cancer screening and how to make the quality of lung cancer images, lung cancer screening images, which uses CT, high enough so that no patients are hurt by the process.
So let's dig into that a little bit. So I see we kind of have a prop here on the table.
Right.
And I just want to know, I guess, let's start off with what is a CT scan for anybody who might not know at home or not know exactly how a CT scanner works.
Sure. Well, it's amazing technology. These are machines that you basically lie down onto a table, and a X-ray tube and a CT detector basically shoots X-rays through your body, and it's registered on the detector while it's spinning at up to a third of a second per rotation. So you're lying down, let's say, on a CT table. This tube and detector are flying around you. You can't see it. It's behind some plastic.
Right.
But it's flying around you and collecting X-ray images very, very rapidly. That process then goes to something called reconstruction, where they produce slices of your body at sub-millimeter isotropic, typically at the highest level resolution. So imagine just a series of slices cutting through the body. And what we want to make sure is that the quality of those images is high enough to detect a very tiny, small lung cancer when it's at its earliest stage.
To do that, I see you've actually brought us kind of an item, if you want to kind of show this off, I guess, for people exactly what this is for calibrating that, right?
So this is a new type of calibration phantom. It's designed specifically for detecting or determining whether you can detect or measure very small solid lung nodules. And the idea is that inside of this foam object, it's made of the same foam that you use in sneakers. Inside of it are components that allow us to basically determine the quality of the scan. So this you can see this section here actually is this slab. There's actually a section of this phantom, and inside of it are 3 modules. And I just lost a piece.
We're fine.
So this thing kind of looks like an Oreo cookie, and you can see it right there. And it contains precision manufactured components, something that actually looks just like Scotch tape. And there's a good reason for that, because in the past we actually used Scotch tape. Really, we had 27 sites around the world scan Scotch tape for us.
That's insane.
But the bottom line is that once we put this in this foam and we send this to sites around the world, we can determine the quality of the scan from the center of the scanner out to the periphery. And 60% of lung nodules show up out in the periphery, so it's really important to have a phantom like this checking the quality of the scan out there.
Because if the scan's not actually calibrated properly, like it might not be a problem with the machine, right? It might just be something about the way that it was set up, some kind of setting, something like that, and it could miss detection, right?
Right. It could be highly warped. In other words, we've seen as much as a 40% change in the volume, calculated volume of a small lung nodule, which is unacceptable. We need to be able to detect very small changes in lung nodules over time to determine if something is cancer. So it's really important that all of the fundamental properties of an acquisition system, like its resolution and its spatial warping and other things, are correct so that sites can do that job really well.
Okay, and then for everybody who's sitting at home and donating lots of money to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, thank you guys very much for all of your donations.
Yes.
So where exactly does that go? Like, does it go right into this? How much does this all kind of help?
Based on the project that we're just completing right now, we put 43 of these at international institutions, sites outside the U.S., and they've been using them. They've been scanning them, and they've been uploading those to our cloud. Actually, it's an Amazon cloud service, EC2 instance. And they've been getting automated reports back within 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And we've been crowdsourcing that data so that sites can basically learn if there's a better way of setting up their scanner based on somebody else's scan that was done with the same machine.
Right.
So it's the first time that sites around the world are getting in real time information about how to optimize their scanners for lung cancer screening and get the best performance possible.
And thinking about, calibrating such large machines and expensive equipment, you'd think it'd be very expensive. This actually isn't that expensive, right? Like the donation dollars are really helping a lot with these.
Yeah, I mean, really, with you guys helped us set up an additional site in Frankfurt, Germany, an EC2 instance, and you guys paid for the 43 $200 phantoms.
It's only $200
it's just
for how
$200.
Precise
It
that
actually,
is.
in some countries, it costs more to ship it than it does to build it. But we send it out there and we tell them, you can use this service as much as you want, but we would like you to demonstrate to yourself, and to us that you're getting high quality scans. And then when they don't, we help them and we tell them what to do to fix it.
And that's amazing. So like you said, the same machine might be being used in several different countries, different locations all across the world, and getting different results, and this helps solve that problem.
That's right.
Wow, that's fantastic. Especially just knowing that like the donation dollars, again, that you guys are bringing in, that goes to something tangible that is really providing us awesome results when it comes to early detection.
Right. And then lastly, I'll just say that, sorry to bring this in, but we build a mathematical model of the acquisition system when we do this, and there's a real ton of additional tools we're going to be rolling out to these sites to do better management of lung cancer when they detect it. So you might want to know, well, what's the earliest time that I should call this patient back and I could detect whether there's a malignant growth in their lung nodule? So in order to do that, you really got to make sure all your math and your imaging is right. And it's these types of tools that will make that possible. So there's a lot more coming down the road here, but the first step has gone really well, and really we can't thank you all enough for what you've done to make this an international resource.
Well, that's unbelievably amazing. And again, thank you so much for all that you've done and for showing us this, because it's very cool to be able to see. We got to kind of look at this a little bit longer before the interview started, and it's really neat to see exactly how kind of precise all of the internal workings are, and for such a low cost. Now, I did want to ask you just kind of a couple of, I guess, just breather questions, like little fun questions. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your gaming history? Because I know you said you've been interested in this event not only for the money it's raising for the foundation, but also just as a viewer.
Well, yeah. So growing up in the late '80s and '90s, I mean, I played every game I could get my hands on, starting off with coin-operated machines and then moving into most of the boxes that you can buy. Back then it was Atari and lots of other boxes. But in prep for this, because I haven't been able to play a lot of games lately, I've been really focused on work, but me and my family, I mean, we've played tons of games. One that I saw some speedrunning of as I was getting ready for this was Super Monkey Ball.
Oh yeah.
And our family was just blown away by what the speedrunners were doing with that. And we were trying it out actually before I got here, and there's no way we can come anywhere near close to what these guys do. But I've last couple of years actually I've been playing PVZ and Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, okay.
And my family will tell you that I was really obsessed with that game. So anyway, yeah, we have a long history. And my wife, by the way, who leads an open source company, she's a big fan of Mario games and Zelda and many others. So we're totally into this.
That's awesome. And you'd be surprised how many people start out saying, I could never do this speedrun trick. And then, that's literally almost where everybody has started when it comes to speedrunning, and then they get into it. So you never know. Maybe we'll see you up on the big stage next year.
I'm gonna practice. I'll be back.
All right. Well, Rick, thank you very much for talking with me.
Thank you.
And I want to segue just a little bit here, because some of you might have noticed that there has been this lovely helmet sitting right next to me this entire interview. And I think it's been here all day, if I'm not mistaken. And that is because of a very special thing that we've got going on today. So Forever Out of Frame, Sent, is now going to be joining us in this interview. Let's see if he can just sidle on in. There it is. Hey, Sent, welcome.
Hi, Jhobz. Thank you very much for having me. And
maybe we can unmute Sent's microphone, and then we can hear from Sent.
well, hopefully
There we go.
There we go. Thank you very much for having me, Jhobz. It's good to be here. And Rick, thank you so much for all the work that you and PCF do in regards to early detection and prevention. Very, very much a noble cause. But Jhobz, as you were mentioning, that lovely helmet next to you, that comes to us courtesy of RB's social media team. Guys, keep an eye out for that later in the marathon. That'll be a donation prize on, I believe, Saturday afternoon starting at Dark Souls. So, make sure you keep an eye out for that. It's absolutely amazing. It's a 1-to-1 scale replica made with reinforced RB's packaging material, and it's actually fully wearable. You can put that helmet right on you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's fully functional as
I
a helmet.
actually didn't know that. I'm not going to put it on. But
not yet, anyway. We'll get it on him before the marathon ends, I promise. But yeah, it's super cool. And I wanted to make a quick, fun announcement for you guys. You might have seen it on Twitter already, but we actually have the RB social media team in-house with us here at Games Done Quick 2019. And they're going to be taking over the break screen for the next couple of hours for you guys. Right now, they're already hard at work building a beautiful depiction of Alucard from Symphony of the Night for our upcoming Castlevania block. But throughout the day, you'll be able to influence their builds as they make them with your donations. And we'll be giving away the finished results as prizes either today or later on in the marathon. So keep an eye out for that and keep those donations coming up. I can't believe we've already raised $151,000 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
That is fantastic.
Just over 24 hours. That's amazing.
Let's keep it coming, everybody. I know that we can hit a new all-time high. That's always super fun to see.
The goal is always $5 more, right?
Right, exactly. Well, thank you, Sent, and thank you once again, Rick, and the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and all of you who are sending in those donations. We're going to go ahead and throw it back up to the front because we have PJ almost ready to start running ActRaiser 2 for you.
All right, thank you so much, Jhobz. And now, the man, the myth, the legend, the other myth, PJ with ActRaiser 2.
Thanks, Lindsay. Hey, everybody. I am PJ. I'm going to be playing some ActRaiser 2 for you. We're going to be playing in hard mode. You can see it here.